Alright, right before I get into the video, I'd like to make a couple shout outs. If you haven't seen the Go Deep podcast, I was on there recently. I'll put a link to that in the description, so go ahead and click that, subscribe to that guy's channel. His podcasts are really interesting. I like listening to them. And you might have seen the announcement on Twitter. I will be joining the Comic Movie Marks Saturday to talk about Aquaman and a bunch of DC related stuff, so look forward to that. And I can't wait to do it. This is a long time coming. We should have did a collaboration a while ago, but hopefully this will be the start of more collaborations in the future, and yep, can't wait for it. But in this video, I just want to talk about some of my thoughts before I see Aquaman. I did this for Justice League last year. I just want to get out some thoughts, what I'm thinking right before I walk into Aquaman, because I'm seeing Aquaman tomorrow at 10:30 at night. So I won't get out of Aquaman till like midnight or something, like 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I'll do my first reactions to it and post that. But right now, this is my thoughts before seeing Aquaman. And as of right now, it has like a 67 on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's clear that the critics are trying to take down this film as much as possible. Even the positive scores have something negative to say. I don't believe them for a second. I mean, I know I have a couple people on this channel that saw it, that didn't like it. So I'm interested to see the movie. I'm interested to see why people don't like it. I watched a few spoiler-free reviews on Aquaman, and it seems like the constant negative things are that it has a couple jokes that don't hit, and Black Manta isn't in the movie as much as people want him to be. Personally, for me, I didn't really want Black Manta to be in the movie that much, so this is probably going to work out for me, because Black Manta should be the villain for the second movie anyway, and this movie should just be an introduction to his character, and we get a little bit of his origin, and that's it. We should just get a taste of Black Manta in this film, and then in the next film, it's his main film, and he's fighting Arthur the whole time, and stuff like that. So, that's something I like, that they're not using a lot of Black Manta in this film, and they're going to save it for the next film, so that's probably not going to disappoint me. I'm interested to see what the jokes are, like what jokes are falling flat. I'm interested to see that. I know for sure there's not going to be as many jokes as Infinity War. I just know that for sure, because this Aquaman movie looks too epic. It looks too grand for there to be a joke every minute, It doesn't look like they have time to tell a joke every minute. It looks like any joke that's in Aquaman is just for a momentary, comic relief, and then it's back to the story, which is what I hope it's going to be. But we'll see. I'm interested to see what the jokes are and stuff like that. But yeah, I watched all the trailers for this movie. And I even watched one clip. I didn't watch any other clip. I just watched the one clip of Arthur fighting Orym at what I assume is like the beginning of the film, because neither of them have their actual costumes yet. So I assume this fight is like near the beginning of the film. And just this 2-minute clip, my jaw was like dropped. Like the action looks incredible in this fight. I cannot wait to see this whole movie and all the action sequences. I am getting really excited for it. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be better than BVS. I just don't think they're in the same category of films. I think BVS is more of like a action thriller type film, and Aquaman's more like an epic action adventure, action fantasy adventure. So really like two different films. I'm hoping Aquaman is as good as Man of Steel, but we'll see. From the looks of it and the way everybody's been talking about the movie, it sounds like they got a lot about Aquaman right. They took a lot from the comic books and they put it all out there. Like, James Wan didn't hold anything back, and that's like what I was wanting this whole time. Like, you might remember like months ago, when I was talking about Aquaman and James Wan, I was hoping James Wan would hold nothing back. I was hoping he was going to make this Aquaman film like it was going to be the only Aquaman film ever. And it sounds like that's what happened. It sounds like that's what, this movie is. So that's getting me really excited. And as of right now, I think Aquaman has made $300 million worldwide. So that means they've already paid off their production budget. And anything they make from this point on is just profit. So Like, this is a major success already. Like, it doesn't even have to come out in the States yet, and we already know Aquaman is a success. The tracking numbers keep fluctuating between 60 and 120 million for this opening weekend in the U.S. I'm hoping it's closer to 120 million. It might even be more than that. Who knows? I would be shocked if it was like 60 million. At this point, with all the hype around Aquaman, a lot of people are going to go see this. A lot of families are going to go see this. It's the holiday weekend. This is going to be a big, big film. And it's going to be a huge win for DC. And of course, every media outlet is going to try to spin it like, oh, this can't save the DCEU. The DCEU's dead. All that bullshit. When we have Jason Momoa himself saying that Superman is not out. Like, Henry Cavill still wants to be Superman. He's still trying to be Superman.
Question before I let you go. In an interview, you recently said that you can understand if Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill decided to step away from Batman and Superman because there's other opportunities to take.
Talk to Henry. Henry's very, he's absolutely not.
Of course, I don't want him to.
He loves the character and he's not, 100%.
All right, so that's not going to happen.
No, it's absolutely not.
He even says it in that fucking clip right there. So, the actual clip doesn't lie. Jason Momoa, he talked to Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill says he wants to be Superman. He's absolutely not out. That's great. Jason Momoa has been so awesome this whole time for this press tour of Aquaman. Of course, we all remember when he said,
that's one thing that sucks with our business, where you just can't speak your mind, but yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah. I
Okay.
see it.
It's just great that he keeps supporting Zack Snyder and the Snyder Cut. Just awesome stuff. He's definitely a guy I would love to have a beer with, He's fucking awesome. And he's just as obsessed with the Snyder Cut as us. So it really makes me feel good that, more people that worked on Justice League are getting behind this movement, really. Because at the end of the day, we all really want the Snyder Cut, and we all want Aquaman to succeed. But stuff like this, Jason Momoa coming out saying he wants the Snyder Cut, this is only going to help us get it even more. And it honestly gets me excited to see Aquaman, because it looks like they let James Wan make his film. It's going to be a different tone and style than any other DC film we've had so far, and I'm very excited about that. In fact, every DC film has been different. Man of Steel, Suicide Squad, BVS, Wonder Woman. Every film is slightly different. There no two films are the same. Even Man of Steel is shot completely differently than BVS. It's completely different camera work and everything. And that's the same director. And Justice League looks different than all those films because of all the fucking reshoots and shit. But hopefully we'll get to see what the film actually was one day. But yeah, I'm really excited for Aquaman. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. I can't wait to talk about it with the comic movie marks. And I can't wait to talk about it with Proctor. Eventually we'll get him back because he's already seen the movie and he hasn't spoiled anything for me. So, I really like to thank him for that. And I like to thank everybody for not spoiling me on anything. I will be watching this film 10:30 tomorrow night, Friday night. I will be putting up my first reactions video that same night. And then we'll be doing a podcast with the comic movie marks the next day. So, yeah, I can't wait. It's been a long time. It's been a full year since we've had a DC film. And now Aquaman is here. And it's looking like it's going to be an amazing DC film. It's not going to be some run-of-the-mill trash. It's going to be something unique that you haven't really seen before. Underwater adventure, grand battles, epic action sequences. It's going to be a hell of a time. And I'm seeing it in IMAX too. So, yeah, I can't wait to see this. But that's it for now. Just wanted to share some final thoughts before going into Aquaman. I can't wait for it. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks everyone for subscribing and listening. And make sure you go to subscribe to the Go Deep podcast and the Comic Movie Marks. I mean, if you're subscribed to me and you're not subscribed to, those guys, especially the Comic Movie Marks, what are you doing? Go do that. And yeah, let's keep going here. We got so many DC films coming. We got the Snyder Cut coming. It will be coming out eventually. And yeah, stay strong. Snyder Cut's coming. Aquaman's great. And that's it for now. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.
Did DC just fix itself?
Was it broken?